Hello, Namaste. This is Hasu Patel. I'm a composer, performer, and educator for the music of India. And I teach many students. They come in my life with the instruments and vocal and tabla also. So today I am going to introduce Anita Vasan. She is a Broadway singer. She's well trained in the Western music. And then she learned yoga also. And now she is coming to me to learn Indian classical music of North India on vocal. And I want her to connect to my audience here to see how the Broadway singer can translate to yoga and then transform into the Indian music. So that is where it's my wish and vision to go through Anita. So Anita, please just take cover and present everybody.
Okay, thank you so much, Hasuji. Namaste. Thank you. It's honestly such an honor to speak here today. So thank you, Mrinalini ji, for the opportunity through the Vibrance community. And thank you so much to Hasu Patel, who is just a phenomenal composer, performer, and educator, and one of the few world-class female performers today in classical music on sitar. Honestly, you've been an inspiration to me and quite honestly changed my life with these teachings of Hindustani music and just being your openness and warmth and encouragement of me. So thank you for, inviting me to be here alongside with you. A little bit about me and how I got into music. So as Hasuji mentioned, I'm a singer and a yoga teacher in Los Angeles. And I actually found classical music when I was 4 years old playing the violin. And I started learning opera when I was about 10. I wanted to learn pop music and sing pop music, but my mom, being the woman that she was, no, she said, you're going to learn classical music. So I did, and I sang opera. After I was done with school, I moved to New York to work in the Broadway industry. And honestly, as an Indian in the industry that was very deeply rooted in American tradition, I always felt that there was something else. And just going through the hustle and bustle of life between auditioning and traveling and performing, I found that my mind deeply yearned for stillness and peace. And between shows, I found myself at the Shivananda ashram in the Bahamas, and I connected with yoga in a way that was just completely transformational right away. The breathing practices, the meditative practices, and the philosophy spoke to me on such a deep level. And so here I am, many years later, working as a yoga instructor in Los Angeles, and what's cool is that through yoga, I've found this calling to come back to my roots. I'm singing Hindustani music through Hasuji. I just became mesmerized with this incredible system of music because it is so deeply connected with yoga. Yoga is this system that was created thousands of years ago, and yoga is said to have come to us, to have been brought to us by a series of verses called the sutras, or threads of information. But to fall, or Anjali, prayers from heaven, Patanjali. Patanjali is said to have fallen from heaven to give us this system of yoga at a time when the consciousness of humanity was starting to shift, and minds and bodies were starting to get polluted with minds of, depression, anxiety, stress, all of these different things, because of what we were putting into the earth, putting into our bodies. And this whole entire system of yoga, according to Patanjali, was created to connect our minds with total peace just by clearing and stilling our minds. So the first yoga sutra that Patanjali wrote, Atta Yoga Anushasanam, we're about to embark on a practice of yoga which he meant to yoke, to connect our minds with total, deep, and lasting peace. And how are we going to do that? The second Yoga Sutra he wrote, Yoga Chitta Vritti Nirodha, Chitta Vritti. We're going to start to become aware of the chitta, the mental chatter, all of the things that are going in and out of our minds throughout the day. We're going to learn to still our minds, all of the fluctuations, the vrittis. We're going to still them until there's only one, till we can control the chitta vrittis. And then eventually we reach nirodha. And that is the goal of yoga, till all of the mind chatter completely stops. And according to the yogis, that's when we reach ultimate peace or samadhi. So we start by sharpening our awareness to start to connect to these subtle layers within the body and, you know, to start to raise our vibration. According to the yogis, it is said that there are 5 different sheets or layers of the body, from the physical layer into the energetic layer, and then going subtler and subtler and subtler to a layer, the deepest layer, which is the Anandamaya Kosha, the layer of just total bliss. And through this yoga practice, we sharpen our awareness to become more and more in tune with the subtler layers of this body. The chakras, the 7 main energy centers, they live within the second sheath, which is the pranamaya kosha, and it sits right along the spine. And what is so amazing about the Hindustani scale is that every note, as you move up the spine, up the chakra system, the scales, the notes of the Hindustani scale correspond with these energy centers. So to sing this Hindustani music and to be deeply connected with what you're hearing or what you're singing and listening to, you can connect with what the yogis are saying. You can deeply connect. You can be at one. You can find that peace. So I'm going to move through these, I'm going to move through the scale, and I'm going to talk about the chakras as we move through the scale. And after that, we'll move on to a few different melodies that I've worked with Hasuji on within the different scales. I'll be using the Yaman Kalyan Raag here. Sa connects with the Muladhara chakra, which is the root chakra at the base of our spine. The Swadhisthana chakra, which connects with our balance, our creativity. Manipura chakra, which is our connection with passion. People use the element of fire, connecting with your passions, your desires. Anahata chakra, connecting with your heart center and true deep, deep acceptance. The Ajna chakra, connecting to your deep intuition and higher awareness. And the final note, Ni, Sahasrara chakra, the seat of supreme pure consciousness when everything is completely aligned. So what we'll do is we'll go through the whole scale together, and we'll see if we can connect with our chakras as we move through this scale together. So let's go ahead. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Ma Take a deep breath in through your nose and a breath out through your mouth. So our pure consciousness, or the Purusha, as the yogis say in the Yoga Sutras, the Purusha is aware of all of the subtle layers in the body, including our chakras. And our Purusha is separate from the material world. And the material world that we perceive is known as Prakriti. So it is said that the sound of Om is a cosmic sound. It is the first sound that created all of the other sounds in the universe. And it is also said that the sound of Om also created the entire universe. So when we chant Om, we can connect so deeply, so deeply. So what we'll do next is we'll chant the sound of Om 3 times, and then we'll move back into the scale, connecting with our chakras, and we'll go slowly. So let's start by taking a deep breath once again, in and out. The scale we just sang is one of the 10 major parent modes in the Hindustani system. Parent mode is known as a tat. And from these 10 tats come many different ragas with different rules and regulations that make up the personality and the tone of the different scales. The Yaman, Kalyan, Raag, it is sung during the first quarter of the night, so between 6 and 9 p.m. And all the 7 notes are natural, except for the ma, which is tivra, or sharp. And this is used when to create a very devotional, kind of a spiritual type of mood. We'll also be going through a Raga Bupali, which Raga Bupali comes from the parent tat of Yaman, Kalyan. And in this rag, it uses only 5 of the notes, 5 of the swaras, and the ma and the ni are omitted. The ma and the ni are omitted. So it sounds like this. Raga Bupali is used for feelings of deep, deep, deep emotion. So what we'll do next is I'm going to move into some music. I'm going to tie in one of the songs that uses the Western scale in the key of C major. And what you'll notice is in Hindustani music, as opposed to Western music, they don't use chords in the Hindustani, in Hindustani music. But if we do use two notes at the same time, it would either be a C and a G or a C and an F. So what I'm going to do as I sing you this next song in the Western scale, I'm going to play the two notes of C and G. The song is called Songbird. And here it goes. Never be cold, 'cause I feel that when I'm with you, it's alright. I know it's right. And the songbirds keep singing like they So that was sung in the key of C, which I'll play for you. All natural notes. Yaman, Kalyan, we have all natural except for the ma. Bupali, 5 notes, same scale, just the ma and the ni are omitted. We'll move into the Hindustani scale of Yaman, Kalyan, and we're going to use the Yoga Sutras, the first two that we talked about, Atta Yoga, Anushasanam, Yoga Chitta Vritti Nirodha, and we're going to connect these within the Yaman Kalyan scale. Take a deep breath, inhale through your nose, and exhale through your nose. Feel the vibrations of the music in your body. We'll complete this with one final raga in the Bupali, in Raga Bupali. Parent Raag is Yaman Kalyan, parent Tat. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to be here and listen. I hope I was able to give you at least a little bit of information to take with you through the rest of your day. And until next time, thank you so much. I'll turn it over to Hasuji.
Now you have heard Anita transforming from the Western music to the Indian music in between yoga, sutras. I think I want the future generations, young and old, both way, to understand there is a deep connection between music and yoga, and even any music, Western music or Indian music. They both have the same platform to deliver in the emotions and the knowledge of the music. I thank Mrinalini for giving me this platform. And also, when I teach my students, I do not know what I'm teaching them and what they are observing from me. But I'm so proud of that Anita did a wonderful job today. I'm so happy. And I hope more and more young students can come and represent themselves on this vibrant platform. And thanks goes to Mrinalini for preserving the art and art form and the musicians. Thank you, dear, so much. Namaste.